What a day, what a day, what a day. So today is Saturday, and I started out my day, checking emails, just kind of catching up on a little bit of work because I wasn't feeling well yesterday. So I was like, that's fine. I can work on some stuff Saturday. So it is baby shower weekend for us. My friend and her husband are expecting their first baby, and we're so excited. So I was like, okay, I need to run some errands. So let me get up out the house. Let me go run some errands. I know they are out and about running errands too. So I figured I would be at their house, a little bit later today to help them with decorations and, goodie bags and all that jazz. Okay, so I had in my mind the few places that I was going to stop off at. And then I was like, you know what? Let me stop by McDonald's and just grab me a bite to eat. So when I get over to McDonald's, I realize it's 10:30 and I am not in the mood for McDonald's breakfast. I wanted some lunch. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just park near the McDonald's and kill time. And then at 10:59 is when the McDonald's, at least the one that I was at, that's when they stopped serving breakfast. So I'm sitting in the car and I'm listening to a podcast. I'm checking email. I'm like applying to gigs online, just, living my best life in the car. So at like 11, maybe a little after 11, I go ahead and I place my order in the app. I use the McDonald's app. These days I use almost everybody's food app because I want the points so I can, redeem them and get some free food, right? So I get everything all set up and it's like, okay, when you get to the drive-thru, then provide this code and you can pick up your items. I'm like, cool. So I have my code for the drive-thru. I go ahead and just click the button to say I'm here, because I can see the McDonald's like where I'm parked. So I go to turn on my car and it's just like click, 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 nothing. So I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, oh shoot, I did have, the podcast playing there for a minute. And I'm like, let me just sit here for a minute, maybe let the car calm down and try again. So I sit there for like maybe 5 minutes, try again, click, 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 nothing. So I noticed though that when I turn the switch, not all the way, but just like turn the switch to turn on the car, like all the lights and stuff come on, the radio comes on, but I see that I've got 3 icons on my dashboard. So one of them was for battery, one of them was for oil, and one of them was for engine. And so I sit there for a few minutes and those lights don't go out. The other lights go out, like seat belt and this and that, but those 3 lights don't go out. So now I'm freaking out a little bit because if y'all remember in one of my last videos recently, I told y'all how I took my car to go get the recalls handled. So in my mind, I'm like, Lord, please don't let it be that whatever the recalls were, that they've, caused some problems with my car. So I look online to try to see what people are suggesting. And most people are suggesting, oh, it's just going to be a battery issue. But then it's like, okay, but how bad is this battery issue? Like, do I need to buy a whole new battery? Or can I just, get a jump start and I'm okay? And so I'm looking at the stuff that people are saying, and they're like, well, if your car's been sitting for a while, maybe just the jump is okay. So I'm like, Alicia, don't flip out because you have AAA. You have AAA for a reason. Just reach out to them and get some help. So I go on the website, I put in a request. And then I'm like, oh shoot, my food at McDonald's. So I go to switch in the McDonald's app, right? I put in the request for AAA. It says they'll be there in like an hour. I'm like, okay, nothing I can do about that. So I'm like, okay, so the McDonald's, I can see it. I'm literally like at the corner away from the McDonald's so I can walk to it. So I go into the app to swap out to say, I don't want to pick it up from the drive-thru. I want to pick it up at the counter. And the app's like, this location doesn't allow counter pickup. You can't come inside. You can either do curbside pickup or the drive-thru. And I'm like, okay, well, curbside pickup it is. So here's me walking to the McDonald's and literally standing in the park, in the, the parking space, literally standing in the parking space, waiting for them to bring my food out curbside. So while I'm there, I'm also monitoring, my request through AAA, because they have to put it in and, then a local business will pick it up and then you can see what their ETA is. So even though it says it's going to arrive in an hour, it could be more than that. It might be less depending on how quickly a local, I'll say AAA dealer or whatever you call it, service department or something, like whatever company AAA has contracted out, they got to pick it up. So I'm standing there, I'm waiting. And now it's like taking forever for my food to come out to me. So it happened to be a guy who works in the McDonald's who was on break. And I didn't bother him while he was on break. But the moment he started walking towards the door, I flagged him down, told him my situation. I showed him my phone, and I was like, I placed this order a long time ago. Like, why is it not out yet? He was like, hold on. So he went in and got it for me. So I sat in the car, ate my food. So now at this point, it's close to 12. And AAA said that I was going to have support by 12:23. So now I'm like, let me call. Because, you know, sometimes you go on websites, you fill stuff out, but then you call and they're like, oh, it's just been sitting in a queue. Let me handle that for you. So I'm going through the telephone prompts or whatever to call. And then finally, I start getting text messages to let me know my service request has been like sent to somebody or accepted, and they're gonna send somebody out to me. And so I used AAA's option for them to pinpoint where I was. I shouldn't have. I should have like typed in the McDonald's address, but I did that thinking that the person would find me, and he got close, but not exactly. So he called me, he came to me, I told him the situation, and he was like, yeah, you probably just need a jump. So he gave me a jump, and he's like, listen, don't turn your car off for 20 minutes just to, you know, give it time for the battery to recharge. So that meant I had to reroute like my game plan in terms of, you know, running some quick errands, because I was going to places that were in the area. But now I'm driving a little bit further just to make sure that this battery has time to charge up, you know, and get itself together. And yeah, that's how my Saturday morning's been going. So how y'all Saturday? Oh, goodness gracious. I'm so glad though that I do have AAA. There's been a lot of times where I've been planning to cancel them, and there's been times where they've acted up, and so it made me want to cancel them. But then it's times like this where I'm like, whew, glad that I had them, glad that I got the quick support, glad that I'm on my way. I've considered like buying something and keeping my car, you know, because you can buy like remote batteries or whatever it's called. So that way, if you ever need a jump, you can jump your vehicle off yourself and you don't have to depend on someone else to help you. But no, I pay for Chick-fil-A. I keep wanting to say Chick-fil-A. I pay for AAA, and so I'm going to use them accordingly. All right, so anyway, we're heading to Walmart, the Walmart that's a little bit further than the one I had planned to go to. And I'm just going to pick up a few things at the Walmart, and then I'm just going to head to my friend's house. It's overcast and gloomy. I thought it was going to be sunny today. It is in spots, but not all over. And yeah, it's kind of got me feeling like bleh. So this is the first time I've ever been to a Walmart that has an empty front section. Like, what is going on? They got the cards all out here in the open. Those are usually back in the cut. There's clothing here. Maybe they just installed this floor. It's like a dance floor. But it look crazy. DJ.
I've been posted on the floor with my brothers, but we ain't no lie. Henny on rocks, I need some more ice. I don't give you plenty of chances, but you just roll dice. Don't go gambling with my love. Just because I let it slide don't mean it's so right. I need a girl that doesn't need to be told twice. I need a girl to keep me warm for these cold nights. My new thing's so fine, everybody alright.
5 in the morning, I wake up to fight for my yearnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. Try to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I try to get by, but I'm burning.
Move like that every time you cry. Go to sleep and wake up on your side. In this love, I always provide. They hating on us, and you should know why. But who's been loving you lately? Who's willing to go half on the baby? Who's trying to play out shit? They just trying to get the love you do.
Good morning, friends. Well, it's morning for me. Not sure what time it is for y'all. You can hear my voice that it's still morning. Whew. I have showered. I've done my skincare. I have an eyelash in my eye. I was supposed to have a meeting this morning, but it got canceled for this morning. I guess it'll be rescheduled for tomorrow. But it's an opportunity, which I'm excited to chat about, to be part of a board for a new nonprofit. So I'm excited I've been asked to be a board member before on behalf of a university for their board. But it came with all these stipulations, and it's my first time stepping into a board member seat. And I didn't feel too comfortable with all the stipulations, so I politely declined. But this, I mean, obviously there's going to be some stipulations, right? And things that you need to be responsible for as a board member. But I think maybe I was just intimidated, and it was a little daunting because it was for a university and because they are so well established. So this will be my foray into board membership from the very beginning, right? From the foundation, from the ground up. And so I think that's a better opportunity for me because it's a chance for me to see how this board operates, go through like the trials and tribulations right along with them, get connected with everyone like from the very beginning, right? So it's all fresh and new for all of us. And I'm also trying to bring one of my friends on because I think that she would also be a great asset to this board. But, you know, obviously first I need to just talk to them to get some more details and then make my recommendation to bring her on too, based on, you know, if they still have any seats available, which fingers crossed, praying that they do. So yeah, so that call got rescheduled. I think it's going to end up just being tomorrow, like around the same time. So it is currently 8:05 a.m. What else do I have going on today? Oh, I need to get my business side and like finance side in order. That's the one thing about being an entrepreneur, freelancer, gig worker, whatever you want to call it, and being in business for yourself. It's keeping track of all of your expenses, making sure that you're getting your pay, following up with folks who don't give you the correct pay. And I have not been doing that, and it's my own fault. I'm so conditioned to having a traditional job, traditional in the sense of you work for somebody else and they're paying for you and you're on a payroll. Because I haven't done traditional jobs, right? Being in the military, working at the White House, that type of thing. But I have been conditioned to just being on a payroll and, you know, someone sending me my check regularly, like clockwork. Now, obviously, payroll departments can make mistakes too, but there were never any glaring errors that made me have to keep track and follow up. You know, the pay came like it was supposed to. I got alerts to let me know if, you know, the pay was coming early or late because of a holiday or something like that. And that was it. But now it's me keeping track of everything. And I'm starting very simple in spreadsheets. I guess eventually I'll get to QuickBooks and all of that. No, I'm not going to say I guess. I will. Eventually I'll get to QuickBooks and then I'll have a full-on accountant. I have a CPA now and she supports me in terms of taxes. So she's been with me for a few years now because my taxes got a bit complicated over the years when I was working in corporate. And so my taxes are a bit complicated again. For two reasons. One, because now I'm freelance, right? And we got to, you know, keep track of that money and figure out where there's write-offs and that type of thing. But the other reason why my taxes are complicated is because of the tax laws. Like after the, I don't know if everybody knows this, but in the States, people were living everywhere, right? So if you normally lived in San Francisco to do your job in person, now their job was virtual. People were moving, right? Going back to their hometown or maybe going to a location where their money would go farther while they were still making San Francisco pay. And eventually, like, some people, their pay changed because the roles were like, all right, y'all not gonna be making this big money living in these small towns. And then in other instances, the state started asking for their cut, right? If you're gonna be living and working in our state, then you're gonna be paying us state taxes, even though you're not a resident here. So I experienced that just before I left Microsoft when I did some work in New York. It was a pain because it was done incorrectly in terms of my taxes. But ultimately, I had to pay New York state taxes, even though I'm not a New York resident. So I'm going to experience that again for freelance because I've done more work in New York. I've done some work in Virginia, or I guess Maryland. And obviously, I'm doing work in Washington. And I'm about to go do some work in Vegas, which we will talk about later when that time comes a little closer. So I'm going to need someone to help me with figuring out all my taxes, right? Who all do I have to submit state taxes to? And then who owes me money, right? Hopefully the federal government owes me money. It's been years since I've gotten a tax refund. I've always had to pay. And even when I tried to like estimate my taxes, and pay them before it was tax season. We underestimated by like a handful of dollars, and I got penalized for that. Whew, don't get me started on like taxes and finances. But anyway, this is why it's like I keep putting it off. But I have a meeting. I have a meeting with my financial advisor / wealth manager and my CPA this week. I feel like it's tomorrow. What's today? Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. So I need to spend today getting all of my paperwork in order so that I can send it to them. I'm also waiting for this YouTube video to upload, which has taken a while. I'm waiting for it to just finish at the higher quality level. It's already at SD, so I needed to get on up to 4K before I publish it. So hopefully that will finish in the next hour, hopefully. Anyway, that's me rambling, letting y'all know about my morning. We're going somewhere fun later today. I'm not gonna tell you anything about it. I'm just gonna film it, and hopefully it does actually end up being fun so I can put it in this vlog. I'll put some of it in here anyway. If it's not fun, I'll just give y'all a recap afterwards, but it's fun to me, and it's exciting to me, so hopefully it'll be the same for y'all. So anyway, let me get this work done, and then, you know me, I'll probably pick y'all back up in the car and chit chat some more. So I'll see y'all later. Ooh, look at these temperatures. I will take it. Show me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Hey y'all, so I made it to my destination for my meeting today. It is next to the Space Needle and I think it's, you know what, I forgot what the name of this museum is. I'll put it on the screen. I've been here before. I think I showed it to y'all when I came because they had like this hip hop they had this like hip hop exhibit. There was Tupac in it, Biggie was in it, Aaliyah was in it, Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott, Kanye. Like it was a lot going on over here at this museum. But anyway, I'm having my meeting in the Pacific Science Center, which I've never been in. I've wanted to go into it. So I'm kind of excited to be able to go into it now for this meeting. I'm here like 15 minutes early, so I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and see if I can like walk around and look at stuff, because I'm not sure if it's just open to the public or if you have to have like tickets, you know, to go into like the exhibits and stuff. But we about to see, and then I'm gonna head up to the suite for my meeting to talk with the hospitality and experience team of the Seattle Seahawks. I'm so excited. I'm excited to just hear what they have to say, because they said one of their managers, he might be the manager, I'll have to find out for sure, but anyway, I reached out to him, he reached back out to me, and I just reached out to him because I wanted to connect with him on LinkedIn, and also because we had taken a picture together, and I just wanted to send him the picture, and he's like, yeah, send me the picture, and then immediately was like, yeah, we'd love to talk to you about our 2024 opportunities, and I'm like, what? Me? Booking stuff with the Seattle Storm for 2024, like, yes, please. So anyway, y'all can tell I'm excited, like beyond. So anyway, let me head inside, collect myself, get a little footage or content of whatever I can, get in here, knock this meeting out the park. And then I've already decided that since I'm down here in Seattle, I'm gonna treat myself to something nice. Oh, you know what? It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna take y'all somewhere special. Not all of you have had a chance to see this, so I'm going to take y'all to someplace special, and then around in that area, we're going to find us something to eat. So stay tuned, friends. Stay tuned. Okay, so the Space Needle and such is up there, but this building right here is the Pacific Science Center. And I got parking on the street instead of parking in the garage, and it was like $2 cheaper. I'm wearing this coat, but I feel like I could take it off. Just a beautiful fall day. It's times like this when I'm like, okay, yeah, I could absolutely do Seattle. But then like the winters be getting us sometimes because they be colder than expected. And last year we had all that ice that had people sliding down hills and crashing into cars and houses and stuff. It was wild. Okay, so this is the Pacific Science Center. And of course, I'll walk all the way around here for it to say this entrance is closed. That's fine. We'll keep walking around and find another way to get in. I should have walked up the way that I showed you guys at the beginning because I've circled this entire building. Okay, reading is certainly fundamental. They have a reserved parking spot for me. So I paid money to park and I didn't even need to. Now I'm rushing to get to my car to get over to where they want me to be. Yo, the meeting was amazing. I wanted to take my phone out and like take all these pictures in the office and like video in the office. And I was like, no, let me remain professional. But they have so much like cool memorabilia and stuff in there, and it's like Hall of Fame and like all the trophies are in there. And I did get some gadgets. Look at me stuttering. I got my own Sue Bird book. Yay! And I also got a crossbody bag. Yay! And these are items that are normally given to the VIP guests. And so they welcomed me and gave me this. And then we just sat and we talked about the opportunities. And let me just tell y'all, like, the sky is the limit. I'm still going to take y'all to the place where I said I was going to take y'all, but I'm excited to just get back and do some research and just sit down and come up with some ideas. Like, the opportunity was presented to me. They showed me the slide presentation. They're going to give me a copy of the presentation. The wheels are already turning in my head in terms of things that I can do on behalf of this Seattle storm. I'm choosing my words very carefully. It's going to be amazing. God has put me here at this time and connected me with the right people because he has amazing things in store and he's building me up for something greater. I know he's building me up for something greater because this is going to be, back in my corporate days, we called it stretch assignments, right? It's a stretch assignment where I can truly showcase my talents, where I can truly step in to, you know, step into the next level, right? Step into even bigger shoes, right? Maybe I'm outgrowing. Maybe your girl is outgrowing the shoes that she's currently in and it's time to raise the bar. Like, I'm so excited. I've got people that I need to reach out to. I've got ideas in my head that I need to get down on paper. I'm just so full right now. And all I can say is just thank you, God. All right, I'm rambling. Also, I'm hungry. Let's go see the surprise that I want to show y'all, and then we'll go get something to eat, and then we will head back, and I'm going to let y'all rest so that your girl can do some work. Okay, y'all. We have to go quick because we're illegally parked. But it's such a great surprise. It's not worth getting a ticket though, but it's definitely worth checking it out. So come on, let's go. The weather is still absolutely gorgeous. It's like the perfect day to come show you all the surprise. Other people are here to see the surprise too. What could it be? Are y'all ready? The surprise is a troll. It is the troll, the Fremont troll that is under the bridge here in Seattle. Everybody loves to climb on them. I won't be doing that, but anyway, this is a troll that's in the Fremont neighborhood under the bridge. He's holding on to a Volkswagen Beetle. And yeah, everybody loves to come here and get their photo with him. So I thought I would bring y'all to come check him out too. Now, I think the last time I came, these stairs weren't here. They do look fairly new to give you an opportunity to climb up there and to see from his point of view, which is down into a neighborhood. I see a troll. I never noticed this, but apparently there's a forest up here too. And this little outhouse looking thing, it's got eyes on it, you see? That's creepy. They have stairs to get there, but you have to like go to the other side and up and around the stairs to get to it, so. Anyway. See you later, Mr. Troll. I found the restaurant, y'all. It's called Swell, and they have all kinds of great stuff on the menu, but this right here, this is what I'm gonna get. And maybe a salad, and maybe something else, I don't know. Oh, I'm so excited. Just look at all the stuff on the menu. It's amazing. That meal was too good. I had every intention of walking around Fremont right now because, you know, it's like dusk and there are, you know, like little outside eateries like you see right there where they have like lights lit and the weather feels so nice, but honestly, I'm tired. I'm tired, I'm full. I ate all that food except for 2 little bitty slices of pizza. I probably would have finished them, but my stomach was feeling like, no girl, so I just drank water. Drink water and call it a night. So I'm gonna head to my car, and then I'm not even gonna drive through Fremont because I know how I'll be. I'll drive past something and be like, oh, that's cute, and then be trying to bust a U-turn in the middle of the street so I can park and go check it out. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm just gonna get straight on the highway. Oh, while I was in there, I was doing some work though, so I started coming up with some ideas and opportunities that I could provide for Seattle Storm. I got like 2.5 pages. I think at least 2.5 pages of ideas. So I'm gonna sit on those and okay, I am gonna walk over to this house. I'll walk over here and show y'all this right quick. And then I'm legit gonna head back and edit some content, do my skincare, take me a shower, get ready for bed. This is a studio. It says Balance Studio. So they got like these skeleton heads as an archway. And then, this is creepy. They got this guy over here. Look at the eyes. This thing is huge. They got another one over there. They got like spider webs and then look at how huge it is in comparison to me. Like if I step all the way out here, then you can see it. I know the lighting's not the best, but I basically just come up to the pelvis. Like the knees are up to my shoulders. Creepy. Okay, fun fact, when I first came to Seattle, I went to an event at this Google location. It wasn't here. It was in this Google building right here. I think I still have pictures from it. I'll pop it in here so y'all can see. Google people in there still working this late at night. Shoot. Y'all better head on home. It's time to end the workday.